Hey everyone, welcome to the Industry Show. I'm your host, Nitin Bajaj, and joining me today is Ajay Sheth. Ajay, welcome on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Let's start
Thank you.
with the question. Who is Ajay?
It's a very difficult question because you are talking about Ajay of a past, Ajay of a present, or Ajay of future. You know, if I go back to my past, I divide my life into two parts. First 52 years and the last 13 years, and the journey continues. Born into a very low middle class family. Okay. Obviously, the the greed was for only money, nothing else. My father was a highly educated gold medalist from Banaras Hindu University, but for some reason, okay, he remained at a level where he was. He educated we children. I graduated and post graduated and studied really hard to come up in life. Started my career at the age of 18 with multinational Procter Gamble Mumbai,
Mhm.
and worked there for 10 years. And then started my own portfolio management company called Quest Investment Advisor, which still exists and continues. The craze was only money, okay, and money at any cost for first 52 years. I was very blessed to have a guru, Acharya Narendra Muni, at the age of 14, but he could not change me. And with his blessings, I could come up in my life and do wonderfully well. But when he died when I was 52, okay, he introduced me to his Shishya called Maswami, okay. And she actually changed the complete perception of my life. She said, money is very important component of a life, but money is not everything, okay. And that's where probably if you ask somebody who had known me for first 52 years, they'll give you one idea who is Ajay.
Mhm.
And the somebody like you who have met me now, okay, he'll say, oh, Ajay is a different person. And I'm not sure what Ajay will be tomorrow. So I think we are all evolving, but at least I'm happy that I am evolving for a better.
That's amazing, and looking forward to learning more about that. What I'm most curious to know is you've obviously had financial success, and we've known about that. But what gets you motivated, excited out of bed in the morning now?
And again, it's a relative question because if you talk about first 52 years, the motivation was only money and money.
Mhm.
And today, if you really look at it, every day is a new day for my wife, Bina, and me. We get up from the bed and we feel that, oh, we have to repay our debt by way of a gratitude to the society. We have to do something great. So I think the goal, vision, mission, motivation, all these are a great words. But I believe that, yes, it's what is the idea behind it. One day in my life, I could have done anything wrong. Believe my words, not something that extraordinary, but I could have done anything wrong for earning money. And today I believe that I will do everything which will give me a happiness and peace of my mind.
That's the experience and wisdom, and looking forward to sharing that with our audience, but also learning from that. So I would I'd love to know through your work at Quest, you also have a foundation. So I would love to understand what is the impact you've been able to create. You've obviously touched a lot of lives. You have a pretty extensive reach when it comes to the good work you have started and have been doing for the last at least 13 years that I'm aware of. So I'd love to understand how many people and lives you have touched and improved over this time.
Nitin bhai, I'll be very honest with you. But I at this stage of my life, I believe, who am I to touch somebody's life? I When I was growing up,
Mhm.
there were probably hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands and thousands of people, directly or indirectly, they supported me. Education was so cheap that without any kind of means, my sister became MD, despite the fact that the parents or family had no money. Okay, I qualified. I grew up. We did not, most of us don't realize that we have to repay our debt to the society. And I'm not sure in this life we'll be able to actually repay our debt. Okay, at least my wife and me, we are trying to repay the interest part, not the, if not the capital. So I'm not sure that I'm touching somebody's life, but yes, I'm trying to repay my interest or a debt.
That's
What my
extremely humble and kind of you.
no, what my Swami taught me, okay, is this, that what is the end result of all religion, whether it's Jainism or Hinduism or Christianity or any other religion, the ultimate thing is nothing but love and compassion. Okay. And that's what will make you extremely happy, extremely peaceful. So what we have been doing is, for last 12, 13, 15 years, we decided that we will give away all our income and even a part of the capital to Quest Foundation. That's our foundation. And through that foundation, we will try, as I said, okay, to repay our debt. Now, whether you call it a fortunately or unfortunately, I'm not sure. But COVID gave us one of the greatest opportunity to serve humanity. And believe my words, but during the COVID time, we personally went out to all the hospitals. We did everything, whatever we could have done it. Probably, I'm not sure, but we spent our own 10 million US. And that was a large amount for us. Okay. But more than the money, I went out personally to the hospital, supporting the patients, supporting the people. And the surprising part, Nitin Bhai, was that my wife or me never got a COVID. Can you believe that? Most of the people told us that you are over 60 and there is every possibility that you will have a COVID and you will die of COVID. But both of us never had a COVID. So I think, just to answer your question, we believe that at certain age, yes, money is very important component of our life, as I said, but at certain age, we need to give back to the society. Yes. We see a lot of disparity of income and wealth all around us, not only in India, but also in USA.
Yes.
And ultimately, we are all travelers, whether you like it or not. We are all travelers here on this planet, in this universe for 60 years, 80 years, whatever it is. As in Gujarati, we say that you came empty-handed and you are going to go empty-handed. So I think we are trying to do our little bit. And that's what I will be very honest with you. But thanks to my Guru Mahaswami, she just changed the perception of my life.
Thank you for everything you do. And thank you for being so humble, so grounded, so down to earth. Really appreciate it. And, it's, you're obviously blessed and you come from a clean heart. And that's why you are protected from any such things that would get through to you. So, again, really thank you for everything you do. I'm curious to get your perspective on, in doing all the work that you're doing today and having seen life from many different aspects, what is the one big challenge that you're facing?
It's all the time that my wife Bina and me are facing. Okay. All the time. There are two words, and that's only challenge, nothing else. Okay. But before that, let me just tell you the principle what has been taught to me by my guru. How to decide what is right and what is wrong. Okay. And she told me, you do anything. Like today in Jainism, if you tell any youngster that don't drink alcohol, and he will say, is it right or wrong? Now, obviously, there are two opinions. So, what is right and what is wrong? And my guru taught me, anything what you do, at the end, if it is give you peace of your mind, That's the right thing. Okay. And this is where the biggest challenge of our life comes into it. 3 years back or 4 years back, we were not even recognized by society. It was honestly easy going for us. Today, with so much of the recognition coming all around, both in domestic market and international market, I think two words which are becoming the biggest challenge for us is ego and arrogance. I think that we are very cautious on that. Otherwise, I don't think that we have challenged. We are playful, me and my wife are playful, we enjoy our life, we do everything. But we are worried that probably if even if a subtle ego goes into us, it can really destroy our happiness, peacefulness, and probably destroy our life also. So I think that the biggest challenge, as I see today, is how not to allow the ego to enter our life.
And having known you, I can attest to that you've done an extremely good job of that.
It's you may say so, but this subtle ego is such a thing that you start liking something, and slowly, steadily you start. And this is where I think that we adopted two principles. We are trying to put up the barriers around us. One of the principles we said is that we will not take any position of a trusteeship or a committeeship of any organism whatsoever for the rest of our life. Second thing we have done is that we will not accept any kind of honor or हम लोग जो बहुमान बोलते हैं, I don't know, you understand?
Right. Yes.
We will not accept any kind of honor from anybody. But still, do I genuinely believe that we have conquered the ego? My answer is no. My answer is honestly no. There is some kind of a subtle ego which is wanting to get a recognition, some kind of a recognition. Now, that's fine. We are all human beings. I understand it. But at the end of the day, if you are not cautious about it, it can grow a big monster.
True. I agree. And I think awareness is the first step in that direction.
Yes, absolutely.
And, now, on the flip side of challenges come opportunities. What is one opportunity that you're most excited about?
I think I'm feeling, in all honesty, my company is doing wonderfully well on a commercial side. Okay, we have got a best of the partners I could not have dreamt of. So it's doing wonderfully well, and it's giving me a lot of money to do a good work. So that's one part. On the other side, I believe today at this stage that, I have to just continue to do the work which I've been doing it, meeting the people, guiding the people, supporting the people to do the good work. And that's an opportunity I'm looking at it, because if you look at it, most of the people in the society, either in the name of religion or something else. Okay. Even that was my case. I never understood what the religion is, and that's where I said, okay, forget about it. I don't want to go into the religion. And today, the big opportunity is, I believe that if I can go around all over the world when my health is good and spread this message of happiness, peacefulness, the people that yes, money is an important component of our life, but what after money? And this is where, if I can become a sort of a person who says that, look, I don't want your money. I'm not coming to your money, because we honestly at Quest Foundation don't accept anybody's grant or charity. We do it all the work with our own money. So I am uniquely positioning myself, saying that when I come to you, I don't come to you asking for any favor. But I would like to just spread a message of how to become a good human being, how to make this world a really beautiful place to live.
I love that. You're the messenger for happiness.
Yes.
Amazing.
Would like to.
Now, I would love to reflect on your past a little bit and ask you to share two moments. One where things did not work out as you had expected. There was maybe failure, lessons, and another instance where things exceeded your own expectations and became a success beyond your imagination.
There are a lot of failures, and in fact, I will say that I committed a lot of blunders during my early days in every aspect. In my greed to grow faster, I think that I lost out a lot of relationship, including the family relationship. So there are a lot of failures. If I talk about the failure, probably it will take a complete book to write about it. In fact, on an investment front, when I started some 35 years back, we committed so many blunders and mistakes. But because the market was growing, we were not affected. And you don't realize when you are not affected. Similarly, because of the blessings of my guru, I kept on committing mistakes and blunders on social side, on financial sides, on every side. But I was not affected. So you don't realize that these are the mistakes and blunders. You feel that this is the way of life. But actually it is not. Failures were n number of things. I can keep on talking for hours and hours. I'll tell you, probably, how do you measure the success? And as I said, first 52 years of my life, I was measuring the success only from money or a wealth creation. Today, I believe that I never expected, honestly, I never expected that I can become such a beautiful human being. I'm not exaggerating. I'm so happy. I'm so peaceful. And I'm getting so much of the love and respect from everybody, including you. You are meeting me for the first time and inviting me on this show. So I think this was my beyond expectation, that I can be loved by so many people, society at large. And that's where sometimes when friends like you say that we are giving or doing something for society, I don't know whether we are giving or we are getting. See, giving money is a very easy thing today. You have a good amount of wealth, you give 5%, 10% of that, it's a very easy thing. But getting such an abundance of a love, affection, respect, I don't think that it can be measured by any standard. And that's honestly beyond our imagination. Sometimes I go to sleep and I thank my stars so much that what a lovely life I have. And that also the last phase of my life. You understand? That's the last phase of life. What we don't have it today. We have a good family, we have a good friends, good amount of money, good house, good partners, good business, and love and affection from all around. What else do you need?
That is very well said. Now, I would love for you to share a book or a podcast that you either listen to or are a fan of.
I'll tell you, the genuinely the one human being has touched my life apart from my Maswami. I know that he's a very controversial person, but I have always loved listening to Osho Rajneesh. He has been a very controversial, and everybody has some good points, some bad points. But I think he has honestly, if you listen to his videos and audios, and if you read his books, I think he has truly reflected on life. And unlike most of the religion, including the Jainism or Hinduism, I think that I don't mind going on a record by saying that Osho Rajneesh ji has really reflected, and that also so many decades back, so many decades back. Okay. So that's the one person has really touched me. The one Shastra which has really touched me is a Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, Ashtanga Yoga. Yes. You know, in 8 words, starting from Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. No religion, no rituals. Take care of your body, mind, and soul. And absolutely easy language, absolutely easy way of explaining it. No complicated words like most religions. Nothing much rituals to do except that you do asana for the betterment of your physical health, for the stability of your body. So that's a wonderful Shastra. And I believe that but today, unfortunately, yoga means asana, which is not the Patanjali Yoga Sutra is. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is to start with a yama and niyama, to jump to pratyahara, that means withdrawal of the senses, and then to go to Adi. So that's one subject which has really touched my heart.
Thank you for sharing both these resources. Really appreciate it. Now, on to my favorite part of the show. We call this the one line life lessons. I'd love to ask you and share your one line life lessons with us.
One, at this stage, we have realized that we would like to live rest of our life like a toddler, playful, innocent, with a lot of curiosity to look around. Second, I believe that we should use money as an object, any object, but should not get attached to that money or object. Use it. Third, most important part, what I have learned is have a love and compassion for all living beings. The ahimsa part of a Jainism which teaches you, but actually you have to have a love and compassion for all living beings. One more, fourth one, if I say, I think that I'll say acceptance of the situation. Acceptance of the situation with equanimity. Okay. And last one, honestly, I don't know whether people will like it or not. But if I take my journey, I was born as a human being. I was not human being, but I would like to die as a human being.
Very deep.
Yeah. I was born as a human being and leave aside my young childhood days of 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Since then till age of 52, 53, I was not a human being. Okay. And then I started taking the journey to again becoming human being. And probably I wish that I die as a human being.
It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of grounding and humility to say that. And to be able to say something, you should believe it first. And believing something as deep as that tells me how clean and pure you are. So thank you again for being you and for doing all of the service you're doing for the community. Really appreciate you making the time to share your journey and story with us. And I am looking forward for you to continuing on that journey and touching many more lives. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nitin Bhai, for being me here. Thank you so much.